You are now watching Zach Lesage, the best place to learn about competitive Pokemon TCG. Let's get it! What's poppin' peeps? Welcome back to the channel, Zach Lesage here. Today we're going to be covering over the grand finals. So on one side we have Adam Calamat playing Mew VMAX, and the other side we have Simone Trottier playing Malamar. Who's going to be the champion? Well, if you watched the game live, you already know, and maybe it's updated on Limitless by now, but you do get to watch how the champion was born. So that being said, both of their lists are in the description. Be sure to check that out. Let's jump into this gameplay and see exactly what's going on. So here we are in game 1 of the grand finals. We have Simone Trottier against Adam Calamat, both players from Canada that I've had the opportunity to play with locally, or at least when I'm on my travels in the immediate area. We're going to be seeing Mew VMAX versus Malamar VMAX. We're watching the games from Adam's perspective. Shout out to every single person who's kind of been watching the stream and everything, who's been watching this tournament and everything. Like, it's awesome. We have quite a few players who are just like, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just kind of babbling on, but I'm excited for this matchup. It's exciting on one hand because they're both players that I know. It's exciting on the other hand because Rapid Strike Malamar made the grand finals of the late night series number 18, and it's playing for a chance to become a champion. So that's awesome overall. Adam, of course, hoping to stop that. Mew basically dominated this tournament. Mew was 3 out of the top 4 decks, and it was what was it? It was 6 out of the top 8 decks, and it was 10 out of the top 16 decks. Mew has been dominating our format, and it's going to be quite interesting to see how this all plays out. So the reason why it's a difficult matchup for Mew VMAX is because Mew VMAX cannot take multiple prize cards. And we've seen this match a few times on the Atlas stream. I run the streams for the later Swiss rounds and for top cuts. Mew doesn't have a chance to draw multiple prize cards like a Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX would, or anything else like that. It just doesn't have those opportunities. So we'll see. It's really going to be like taking those quick prize cards whenever possible. I like that Adam retreated into the Mew with no energies, just in case something did happen to it. Not like it would. But basically Adam here is waiting for Simone to just like kind of pass, do nothing. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Now it looks like Adam might be experiencing some PTCGO downtime. We might see this game crash. We'll see. That red Wi-Fi signal of death. Looks like Adam did get kicked out. Let's see if they can get back into the game, or maybe their Wi-Fi was just lost entirely. Looks like they're click and log in. At least it's during Simone's turn and not during their turn. I'm not sure yeah. It's one of those things I feel like even with strong internet access, PTCGO can sometimes randomly do that. I can literally stream, not drop a stream, not drop a frame, and PTCGO will just be it. So we'll see if they're able to take advantage here of getting it. Simone might be able to get an extra turn or two, or it could be pretty bad for Adam. I feel bad because Adam is streaming their game, so it is one of those things where we're just gonna see if they can get it. This might just be the end of the stream here, peeps. It looks like Pokemon's not letting them get back in. I would totally completely exit out of the app. That's what I would do in this case if it was me. I had the same thing happen to me in the players, the team challenge top cut. Looks like Adam is able to get back into the game though. So let's see if it loads in, or maybe it's Simone's turn again. It's hard to really determine what's going on. Okay, so I think Adam... Yeah, so Adam's saying I DC'd. That's fine. Unfortunately, DCing is the same thing as DCing and getting back to the game is just what it is. So yeah, it looks like Simone did get a whole extra turn out of it. So we'll have to see how that plays out. I mean, yeah, you take whatever you can in Pokemon. Like, there's nothing that Simone can do to, like, give a turn back, or anything else like that. It's unfortunate to see. I don't know if it necessarily matters too much beyond giving Simone just an extra turn of setup. But Simone's deck doesn't really do too much if there's no knockouts. Maybe Simone will be able to take some prize cards. Learn from this one. No more streaming while playing. I mean, I think it's one of those things, if you're able to have something to offer to the community, I think it's worthwhile. Had the streaming device not been capable, I definitely would have been like, play without timers. We could do a time increase, because I don't want to see anyone lose because of it. It is one of those things where I just try to make sure that we can have a stream. So that is going to be a response knockout, or just a knockout on the second turn from Simone. Don't stream, says the guy watching the stream. Yeah, kind of, yeah. It can. Some devices are not very good at stream sharing. While doing it, right? Like, although most devices can stream, I know people who can stream from their phones, people who can, like, they're not the ones who are streaming, they're sharing their game screen. That's all they're doing while playing. So, I mean, if you have a pretty modern device, like even my iPad can share stuff, yeah, hopefully the new client does fix it. Yeah, I feel like PTCGO might have not necessarily been on anyone's agenda right yet, but it is one of those things where, I don't know. I feel like we'll see how it goes. I think Adam's just going to kind of struggle through this game, attempt to get a knockout, and that's just going to bring Simone to a Bruno, or at least we'll see. So hopefully Adam doesn't time out or anything else like that, because their hand's not very particularly powerful. Like, if Simone gets a knockout, Adam would have to go Elesa Sparkles the following turn, and doesn't necessarily look like a huge possibility here. So there's another Malamar. Let's see how it goes. I mean, yeah, it does feel bad when a player does disconnect within a game, although it's not like it's the player who has a good matchup or anything else like that. Like, it's tough, like, but it does happen to everyone, right? Like, I disconnected. It is what it is. So we'll see. Is Simo able to overcome this Mew VMAX? I think that would be a huge starting point. And we're gonna see it start off with the Scoop Up Net. So Simo's list does play more Scoop Up Nets to have control over the game. Maybe I do like the Inteleon version more of this deck. So what happened, so right now, if anyone's watching this YouTube video on my Zaclasage channel, I'm just answering the stream, and if anyone's watching the stream, I'm talking to the future video. If someone disconnects the game, and so Adam was able to get back in before losing the game. That's basically where it's at. So Adam was able to get back into the game. They didn't lose the game. They lost a turn. Unfortunately, like, it would be the same thing if it happened off stream or anything else like that. That's how the rules go. There's nothing that we could do about it because we can't rewind time. We can't play timerless because it's just an unfortunate nature of how the game goes. So there's only 80 damage. I mean, it does give that miss attack kind of gives Samo a chance, or it gives, sorry, Adam a chance to jump back into the game. I think that's something that should be noted. So, here I think Adam just has to go for a knockout. I think the big knockout, the big play comes from using Cross Fusion Strike to copy Psychic Leap to get the knockouts, but because that was a Sobble up active. So yeah, we're just seeing if Samo's able to get the other 6 Pokemon now, or the 6 Rapid Strikes to get the knockouts. I think that would really put a huge play there. Adam does have to draw 4 straight prize cards, so Samo misses. Adam does have a chance to kind of jump back in this game. The miss turn doesn't necessarily matter as much. The internet was just rooting for Malamar, apparently, right? I think the one thing that I like about the Chinchino build of Malamar is that it can get rid of non-Rapid Strike cards. Yeah, I mean, I think Malamar does, it definitely doesn't do very well against Rapid Strike or Shifu in my testing. But we'll see how it all plays out. We will see how it all plays out. Okay, so that's another attack that did not go through. So I mean, this would be a really good turn to go Boss and go for Psychic Leap. I think these are the big plays. So that does take away the Psychic Leap play, unfortunately. But that's okay. There's only so much that we can do. Yeah, it is an all Canadian finals. There was quite a few Canadian players who did well today, because I think Perry the P's Chris, who's also from Canada. Okay, so there's the boss's orders. We're not going to see the Psychic Leap play, but maybe retreating into another Mew VMAX might be a little bit better at this point. I mean, I definitely like both of these players, so when it comes down to it, I'm totally fine with either player winning. And I mean, I think that's the same thing for any other finals. I try to live Pokemon life without a bias or anything like that, but yeah. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Totally fine with anyone winning as long as it's Malamar. I mean, Malamar is it is refreshing to see. So, yeah, it's really one of those things where we're waiting. I mean, Simone finally did get the knockout on that Mew. Will Adam be able to get back to back consecutive knockouts? I think that's really where it's at. Will Simone get back to back consecutive knockouts? So here's a boss. I mean, boss, if anything, isn't like, it could slow down the Sobble. I mean, I think trying to stop the source of draw power might be helpful. It does put him relatively close to winning the game. We'll see. I'm just gonna pull up both players' deck lists here really quickly because I know like most about these Mew decks. Simone does not play a boss for what it's worth, so does not really have an easy access to those Meloettas. However, does have to attack this Mew, and I think that's really where it's at. Like, Simone can go either knock out this turn, the next turn, or the turn after that, I think. Yeah, there's no boss in the Malamar deck. The Malamar is very fragile in a lot of ways. Yeah, a couple boss could be okay in the Malamar. In my Malamar list, I have one. I think it's nice, especially since Inteleon can rip things out. But Inteleon does come at the cost of playing things. So we are going to see some Scoop Up Nets. Is that going to be enough to bring this hand bigger? That does add one card to Simone's hands. Now, with the Scoop Up Nets, there's some more cards to grab because Inteleon can grab some other things. Scoop Up Net does, there's another 2 cards there. And if there's 8 cards, Simone's going to be winning game 1. 1, 2, 3. I think Adam just has to press done and we're going to see the knockout. Yep, so that's going to be game 1 with Simone up game 1. So we'll see if Adam can turn it around. So here we are, game 2 of the grand finals. Adam is down game 1, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Mew can't find its way to wiggle around. Now, I think Mew went from being the most anticipated deck in Fusion Strike to Malamar just being the people's favorite for this event. I think, like, everyone in the chat's like, pick up the Malamars now. I don't think Malamar is going to be that expensive, I'll put it like that. But maybe it will be. I think it's also getting the new character art in the VMAX Climax sets that Japan's getting, and that we'll hopefully eventually get everywhere else in the world. But I think Adam starting off with a Battle VIP Pass is usually the best way to be starting off these kind of games. Looks like it's going to be a full bench with those quick balls as well. Really what you're looking for. Best case scenario for Adam is that we just see a pass from Simone. Inkay pass, and that you're able to take a quick dub and come that much closer to winning in the series. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it plays out. So there is the energy on the Meloetta. I think that seems fine. We do have the Elesa Sparkle for next turn. Will we find another energy to attach to Mew? I think that's the big question. Or maybe even going Meloetta, then attacking with Mew. That might be a better way to play this matchup out. It could really be anyone's game. I think players who are playing against this deck might underestimate how good the deck is in general. So we'll have to see how that goes. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. Yeah, really is an awesome start. But I mean, Samo also got an awesome start. That Call for Family, getting out all those Rapid Strike Pokemon is awesome. I think that's why Sobble is just good in general, is that you have more kind of Rapid Strike Pokemon in your deck. I think it's interesting. Also, Adam having access to all those Fusion Strike energies really makes it easy to accelerate those. This is game 2. It's game 2 for anyone who's asking. So Adam's either winning this game and bring it to game 3, or Simone's going to take it all. So no energy from Mew. The hand's a little bit clogged up. Getting the Battle VIP Pass is not very good. Giving Adam not really much to work with. There are ways to maybe like go Elesa Sparkle and get set up from there, or we'll have to see what Samo has access to. Yeah, I mean, Malamar seems pretty good here. We might just be seeing some cards go back in. Maybe someone's going to go ahead and attack. Okay, there's an Evolution Incense. Evolution Incense can go Sobble, evolve into Drizzile, search the deck for a Bruno, or maybe he just has Bruno in his hand, maybe? Okay, there's a Korrina's Focus. Yeah, Adam's hand with all the Battle VIP Pass, the bosses. I mean, the bosses are good if the Meloetta survives, but I mean, the Meloetta does get knocked out by 3 hits, or 3 Rapid Strike cards in hands. That is something to consider. Looks like Samo's just grabbing a card to put away with Rapid Strike Tentacles. Yeah, those Battle VIP Pass are tough. If they Meloetta twice, they'd only have 2 energies to attack with. Yeah, it's a tough strategy here. We really wanted to see a Psychic Energy from Adam last turn. With the Scoop Up Net, it looks like that is going to be enough for Samo to maybe put down a Sobble. I'm assuming he probably has access to a few. Maybe not. It might just be Sobble, Rapid Strike, the Sobble, the Octillery, and the Remoraid. Yeah, so Samo's really left with not a lot of options, but maybe he has access to Drizzile. It is going to be difficult for Adam to really like pave the way. Obviously, you want to send up Mew here because Mew has free retreats. So again, not really the most ideal play because you always could have got the switch. It just gives you more opportunities, free prize cards all the time. And that is going to be the last energy committed to, that last Fusion Strike energy committed. So, I mean, Adam now can grab that Fog Crystal top of the deck, search the deck for a Psychic Energy, but that's only 2 Psychic Energies to deal with Mew, so even though Adam's sending up 1 prize card, whatever, after this Meloetta, Adam has 1 prize card left to deal with, or 1 energy to deal with for the rest of the game. So we're going to see Fog Crystal grab that other Psychic Energy. It can't get attached, and we're going to see that retreat into the Meloetta to do 140 damage to the Malamar. Again, so that Psychic Energy in Adam's hand is the last one to deal with. So effectively, if Samo is able to knock out this Meloetta and knock out the Mew VMAX, there's really not much else that Adam can deal with in this matchup. Adam does have 2 copies of Training Court, but it's going to be incredibly slow to get those energies back. Just throwing it out there. The Sushi Master and the Calamari Master. It's crazy though to think that Malamar wasn't really on anyone's radar, and the deck did kind of creep into the system. So okay. So I mean, again, as long as someone's able to get the knockout on this Meloetta, I think it should be smooth sailing. If not, it could be a little spooky. Okay. So, looks like it should be okay for Simone to take this game. Just really building up that hand. Maybe the Korrina's focus is for next turn. We'll have to see. I think he would have grabbed something else. Okay, he's just going to put the Korrina's focus away. That's completely fine. That is another knockout. So again, Adam is now dealing with only 2 Psychic Energies and whatever training courts he can muster together for the rest of the game. So there's the Mew. Fortunately for Adam, he was able to find all of his 6 energies in this game. So that does really work out for Adam, but it's going to be tough to deal with that limited amount of energies. I mean, I feel like Malamar does set up like this. I played around with it on stream. It did pretty well. I have no problems with the Malamar deck. Do we just go boss's orders here on the Sobble? That's going to be the question. I think you try to gobble up those Sobbles whenever possible, or maybe you try to gobble up the Octilleries. Maybe just go after the Malamar and just hope. Okay. Goodbye, Malamar. So with Adam having 3 prize cards left, he does win the game in 3 turns. I mean, going Meloetta, Mew VMAX might be the play. It depends on what Simone's able to really come back with this. If Simone is able to go knock it on your Mew VMAX immediately, Adam has 0 response. He's going to have to use Training Court to bump his own copy of Old Cemetery to just have a chance. Any turn that started off with a Bruno is, you know, it's tough. Okay. Is this list better than Minccino build? Is the question. I'm honestly not sure. I think it's done better than the Minccino build, I'll put it like that, so maybe there's something going on here. I think Inteleon Malamar seems quite good. Because of all the Scoop Up Nets, like, it might just be better themed. Although it doesn't necessarily thin the deck as well as I think it can. I'm not sure. Okay, this looks like it's going to be another knockout. Yeah, I think this list is the real deal, and we're seeing something seeing something really come out here. So with Simone's big hand of cards, you can only imagine that we're pretty close to getting the knockout. The Late Night Series Invitational is coming up soon. The date's on the Play Limitless website. I think I changed it to December 27th. I might have I might need to change that. I don't know if I had changed that yet. Let me double check here. I think it's yeah, so that's gonna be tough. Adam has no response back. However, I mean, without Bruno, it's tough. He's not gonna have access to Bruno the following turn. Okay. Well, there's that energy on the bench Mew. Now, I don't think that it's gonna come down to we can get 8 Pokemon in our hand this turn. I think I don't necessarily think that's gonna happen this turn. I could be wrong. We'll have to see how it all plays out. So, I mean, he's certainly going for it. And, I mean, without any Fusion Strike energies, maybe Samoa's able to go for some kind of plays with Quick Shooting Inteleon. That's something that we could also bring up, because all 4 Fusion Strike energy of Adams are just in the discard pile. Are we going to see an attack? That's a big question. Maybe just discarding 2 or 3. This Pokemon isn't the Pokemon that's going to matter. The other Mew is the last Mew for the rest of the game. So it's just going to be a simple get the energy back, attach it to the Mew, retreats. I mean, choose the Pokemon that you want to attack. You have access to Boss, but I don't think it matters. I think you got to focus on the Malamar at this point. And I mean, will Samoa be able to get the knockouts this turn? I mean, I think it's pretty close. I think this might be the turn that Samoa's deck explodes. So there's the Inkay. It looks like Samoa either has Bruno or is not going for that extra knockout. He's thinking about it. Maybe it's maybe Samoa's DCing. Okay. So thinking hard on that Scoop Up Net. Let's see if how that plays out. He did put down the other Sobble, so it makes me wonder if he's trying to go for some kind of quick shooting play in a future turn. I don't know if putting the Sobble down is the same thing as saying I'm winning the game this turn. I think putting it down, if anything, says I'm planning an extra turn. So if that is indeed Samoa's last Malamar, Adam might have just been able to kind of make it through this game. So there's Bruno, there's an Evolution Incense. Let's see how this plays out. So I think if he's going Fog Crystal, it's probably just to thin a card out of the deck. Okay, Octillery does give him that extra Rapid Strike card if he's looking for it. Will he be able to make it happen? Like, I'm looking at what Samo has. There's Bruno. So Bruno can get it. 7 naturally in hand, plus an 8th. Does get the knockouts. Because Samo can go Training Courts attached to Malamar. And can go Rapid Strike Search to search through the deck for another card. That could also search out a Rapid Strike card as well. Or maybe you could search out something that can grab multiple Rapid Strike cards. Okay. So there's a Rapid Strike card. But Samo hasn't said well played yet. So maybe he's still trying to work on it or doesn't necessarily have it. 8. So there's a Rapid Strike Search. Samo also has a chance to attack with Inkay's Spinning Attack plus a Quick Shooting Inteleon for the knockouts. So that it is another way, like even if it's the last Malamar, Samo could be one short and make it happen. That is a real possibility. Either that or he does have the game and is slowly thinking it out. We have to remember it's 4:30 in the morning for both of these players, and they've been playing since 8 o'clock. So it's a long tournament to make it all the way to the finals. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Rapid Strike Tentacles. He needs to at least, like, 8 gets the knockout, 7 puts it close. Let's see what it is. 240. If that's it looks like it's going to be quite tough. Adam might have it. I just don't know if Samo has a way to come back if what we're saying is true. If there's no other Malamar and the ordinary rod is gone, is Samo conceding the game? I think he would have conceded the game had it not... Oh, I'll go seconds. Okay. So yeah, apparently chat was right. Looks like we're going to be heading into game 3. So Adam's going to be going first this game because Samo opted to go second, which is interesting. Not a bad hand. However, that Cram-o-matic could be incredibly important unless we see a quick ball. Having back-to-back Cram-o-matic could be important, so I think we're going to see how that plays out. Tails, you now have to go Cram-o-matic on the Rotom Phone first. You really want to see that Battle VIP Pass on the first turn. I don't think it would have been worthwhile. I think it would have been much better to get a Mew down this turn. So I'm not entirely sure if I like taking out that Fog Crystal, but getting Battle VIP Pass certainly isn't bad. Adam can get down a Genesect and likely another Genesect, but I don't think the Rotom Phone would have necessarily mattered as much. I could be wrong there. It probably doesn't matter too much. Battle VIP Pass is a funny card. It's the best card that you could play on your first turn, and the worst card in your deck every single turn after that. So Adam is going to be going with that alternative strategy again. We're going to see the Mew. It's weird to see the opt without the Rotom Phone. Battle VIP Pass here. So Adam does get that explosive turn 1. Yeah, I think that's really the best you can do, although I would like to see the other Meloetta there. Yeah, Elesa Sparkle is certainly going to be that magical card in this matchup. But Simone did start with Sobble, really not too bad at all. Depends, will Samo have the energy? It's really the big question. does have the energy, is taking some slight damage from the Old Cemetery, but again, it's not really going to matter. They both play a very similar energy line between the 4 special energies and the 2 psychics, right? So nothing crazy going on with Simone's turn. Looks like it's just going to be a quick response knockout to that Sobble. I don't really like I guess the switch doesn't really matter because there's no bosses in the Malamar deck, and that's one thing that I almost like to see in the Malamar deck, just because like Drizzile can search for stuff, and you know how important that can be. I think the only thing that I would change about Simone's list is like Brawly. I don't know if I like Brawly that much in the list. I think I like Sobble too much. But you want to know what? We'll see how it all plays out. We are in game 3, right? So it could really be anything. And I mean, maybe Mew does take the dub. Maybe it does take the dub. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Brawly's not really going to do too much when you have access to keep calling. Okay, so we are going to see Mew take a quick attack. Max Miracle is completely fine. You can choose pretty much any attack. As long as you just don't choose Technoblast, you'd attack again. Having access to a couple blocks certainly doesn't seem bad either. The one thing that's going to be a little bit different about this game is that the way that the Fusion Strike energies are attached, it doesn't look like Adam's going to necessarily going to be able to respond very well. And that's just because like he can't go double Meloetta unless he goes attaches Psychic Energy, gets another Meloetta down. It just doesn't look like his hand's set up to do so. So we're still here, chilling out, seeing what's going on. But maybe someone's going to be able to get the response knockout on that Mew. And I think that sounds like a good idea for Simone. Like, drawing 3 prize cards relatively early is going to be amazing. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Yeah, I don't think that we're going to be seeing a knockout here. It looks like it's like part of the way there. And it looks like he's counting. He has 4, 5, 6, 7 in his hand, I believe. Unless I'm miscounting somehow. So it looks like no matter what, it's just not enough. Okay. So there's that Fusion Strike system. I mean, at this point, I think you definitely go in with the Meloetta at this point. It just seems like the absolute play. Don't know if the Crystal Cave is going to do anything except thin Adam's hand down a little bit for future Genesects. That's why Mew's very good. Like, it's very consistent, right? Okay, we are going to see the retreat into the Meloetta again. So, leaving Simone with a turn of options, but we'll see, I think. Right now it's looking pretty good for Adam. Adam only has to go through 4 more attacks, and looks like he automatically has 2 attacks lined up. Just depends if Simone ever misses. Okay. So we do see the other response attack. Are we going to see another Meloetta come down? Are we going to see Mew V get shuffled back into the deck? We could see a Psychic Leap knockout that I'd like to see here, because there is no boss's orders. Cross Fusion Strike. There's Psychic Leap. Awesome. I think Adam sends up a Genesect here because he has access to Switch. Okay, maybe if the Mew VMAX doesn't get knocked out, this could just be the play for Adam. But if it does get knocked out, this play just kind of backfires. Unless, of course, he could send up a Meloetta. I think there's some plays here. It just depends on what Simone can do. Is Simone conceding? That is Adam winning the whole event, coming back from that early DC. That's what we got going on for the gameplay today. Major congratulations to Adam Calamat for winning, and a huge shout out to Simone Trottier for piloting Malamar so well and making it to the grand finals. Overall, thank you so much everyone who watches this event, all the supporters, Atlas and PTC Geostore, everyone, thank you so much. I'll catch up with all y'all later. If you haven't given this video a like, give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll catch up with y'all next week for Monday's late night series. Peace out and have a great one. I truly appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It means the world to me. And my goal with this channel is to spread my love of the game and knowledge with our entire Pokemon TCG community. If you haven't already, help signal boost this video to other Pokemon TCG fans by liking it, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. Hopefully we reach our goals really soon. Check out this recommended video and have yourself a great day. Thanks.